Hey there, just time for a quick bit of bookkeeping. Is that the right word? Bookkeeping. Just moving some stuff about. Okay, I don't know. I think the chat is going to show on the screen in just a second, but we'll see. We have Bookcam down here, just currently showing a teapot. But yeah, we have the book. We have the tin of truth with names in for the tin. Just going to wait for just a couple more people. If you can hear me, let me know, please, in the chat. Just checking my mixer there. Can you hear me okay? Let me know. Leave the tin over there. Let me know. Can you hear me? The tin. Can you hear me? Hello. So for those of you watching this later on, because for some reason, people like watching the streams recorded playing through. So if you're one of those, it's too late now to enter the draw. Thanks, Kamishi. It's too late now to enter the draw. Yeah, we'll pull it on this tin. Next time we do the next book, I think what we'll do is we'll pull the draw out of the tin during one of the live streams, maybe just a day or two afterwards. Because I know that like about a dozen people haven't read the book because they're hoping to win it. So if that's you, okay. You can also get copies of this book for free, by the way. It is in the library. So you don't need to wait to get the book. Okay, tea has been drunk. Hello. There are very few people on the stream today, but you're all very welcome. I think what we shall do is wait a bit longer. So, in summary then, a summary of my book. It says on the back, I don't know, hopefully you can see this. If I put this in the right place. There we go. A summary of my book. 1, I'm diagnosed with autism 20 years after telling a doctor that I had it. My terrible Catholic childhood. Try and keep religion to yeah, you know. 3, my friendship with an elderly man who runs the corner shop and is definitely not trying to groom me. Homelessness. Stripping. More stripping, but with more nervous breakdowns. I hate everyone at Edinburgh Uni. Some redacted stuff. After everyone tells me I don't look autistic, I try to cure my autism and get addicted to Xanax. If you remember from the previous episodes, some reason autistic people, we are more liable. Sorry, just checking the stream health here. I wish there was a way this was like more automated with less options. That would be to like to zip around. So, quick poll then. Who's read the book? Who hasn't read the book? Because we're not going to be reading the whole book right now. Who's read the book? Who's read the book? Who hasn't read the book? Let me move that tea tray out of the way. Can you make a chat poll? Yes, I can, but there's only a few people on the chat now. Okay, no worries, Jen. Okay, how about you, Kamishi? Have you read it? Have you read the book? 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 It's okay if you haven't read the book. Gonna assume you haven't read the book. If you read the book, what was your favourite bit? I really quite like the introduction, which I will read out. It says, chapter 1. It says, a couple of times a week, I'd have long phone calls with my dad as he commuted the 2 hours back home from his job in London. It was on one of these phone calls that I told him something I dreaded bringing up since I found out a few days before. So I got diagnosed with autism on Tuesday. Who told you that? His tone implied disbelief. A doctor at the Lorna Wing Centre who specialises in diagnosing adult women with autism. I said, already irritated that he thought someone had just mentioned it in passing without I'd done an online quiz. Oh, right. Traffic in London's mental, eh? I think all the participants answered okay. What was that? I've read the next book. Okay, cool. Well, the next book is coming. The next book is a big one. It's kind of like a warm-up, this one. One time a grandma had his leg amputated and Dad mentioned it breezily, as you would, as if you're making small talk about the weather. Grandma's in hospital And we think he's getting his leg cut off. Oh, Grandars. All right, cool. Well, so she's Scottish, and they say these like weird terms. This is followed by a call the next day with matter of fact. Well, Grandars died. It's the thing about this, and it's quite good. You can actually follow her on Twitter, by the way, if you are on Twitter. In that she has this really strange sort of experience because Dad's like, "Oh, you're autistic. Oh, right, okay. What did you have for dinner then?" And it becomes very much this sort of non-issue. And then she tweets saying, it's really funny that she doesn't. Wonder who... Sorry, I'm feeling really tired at the minute. Doesn't say... And she tweets saying that it's surprise that... Not surprise. I am very tired. Let me have some tea. I'll tell you what. Let's pause for a second. I'm going to tell you why I'm so tired. So yesterday I had a Christmas party, the dreaded Christmas party, which is hence the Christmas party sort of small talk guide that I posted on YouTube. And it was, quite the experience. I ended up having to escape under a table to run away from some alcoholic friends, which was bizarre, to say the least. So one thing about Fern here is that she sort of wasn't picked up as autistic when she was younger because she... hang on, I'm holding this in such a way that you can't see it. She wasn't picked up as autistic when she was younger because they weren't looking for that when she was at school, and she spent quite a lot of time in adult mental health services, which is... she's got some really crazy descriptions in here, but it's really unpleasant, actually, some of her stories. They're quite sad, actually. It is pretty sad stuff, reading it. But I sort of don't really want to spoil it for you. When she received her late diagnosis, she said to her boyfriend at the time that she stamped her foot on the ground saying, "Connor, no, I don't want to. I don't want to start being open about it. I don't want to be plucking my autistic beads and stimming openly. I don't want any of it." And he was laughing. "What do you mean? What are autistic beads? They have special jewelry. They chew things. And you're supposed to be okay with it and start wearing wacky, brightly coloured clothing or something." And it's like, there's this sort of stigma about autism in that just the word itself, people don't seem to really understand what it means to be autistic. I was wondering how that Christmas drink went, but didn't want to ask in post. It's okay. Please ask. You can ask anything you like. Yeah, I mean, in terms of drink, it was more of a dinner, and I didn't drink. I wanted to drive. I was actually offered, do you want to stay down south? Do you want to stay? And it's like, no, not really. It's just awkward. And like the sort of like pre-drinks, before the dinner. And I was sort of walking in and people sort of want to talk to me, but I'm kind of sort of awkward. And they were sort of saying, "Oh, Mike, how we're thinking about changing our car. What car do you recommend?" And it's like, "What do you mean? What car do I recommend? I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like, "Well, we're just trying to make conversation." I did get told a very funny joke. I got somebody said to me, "How do you know if a software developer is extroverted or introverted?" If the software developer is extroverted, he's looking at... If the software developer is introverted, he's looking at his own shoes. If he's extroverted, he's looking at your shoes. And it's yeah. I've literally run out of words. This is going to be a very interesting book club stream because I have no words. I need some stream. I need some chat. Talk to me, people. I've actually never been to a book club. I've never done a book club, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But I think this is really important because these autistic authors, particularly these books, are a fantastic way of bringing the autistic lived experience into mainstream. Fern Brady is really popular on British television. And it's incredible to see her talking candidly about her experiences, not just in a comedy fashion, but in a really sort of honest and directed way. You need to look at some of her interviews. She's done quite a few interviews where she's asked a lot about what it was like being an autistic girl growing up. There's quite a lot of content warning, sexual abuse, and she works in sex work. And there's a really hilariously funny story in here that I don't really want to spoil, where she ended up sort of being invited to have a threesome with a posh couple. And how that works out is quite amusing. And I really don't want to spoil it. You kind of have to read the book to kind of get it. And then, of course, there's the aspects of Catholicism, because she grew up Catholic, and even though she isn't religious at all, Kamishi, sorry, listening to your rambling playing transfer. You crack on, please do. Yeah, absolutely. Listening to me rambling. That is literally all this is. I'm making no promises. There is a free book. And yeah, it is mostly rambling. And I'll be honest, the next couple of books are more directed. In fact, I should probably run with Unmasking Autism first, because I have tons of notes on it. And it is more applicable, whereas this is kind of like a biography. I don't really read biographies. Like I said, this is probably the... I should count the Bible. This is probably the only biography I've ever read. I mean, I've read the Steve Jobs one, and that was interesting. And I've got the Elon Musk one, which that's a tome and a half. That's even bigger, I think. Yeah. So anyway, so I don't really read biographies. So a lot of this sort of chit chat about people's sort of upbringing things is not that interesting. But Fern, because she's a comedian, really does make it interesting and entertaining. And there isn't really a direction to it, except that she's sharing really relatable experiences. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil that, promise. I've also never been to done a book club, so anything you do is fine. Yeah, well, look, any book club that's going to happen, including this one in the next few episodes, is going to be better than this episode or this book. Just because I think it's quite important. And I also want to ask you guys some questions about what you thought about the book as well. And we can talk about it. But if you haven't read it, naughty, then that means that I can't really ask you anything about it. But I don't want to spoil it. But there's a couple of stories from it. When Fern sort of, went from being poor, bit of rags to riches going on, when she went from being poor to being quite wealthy and well thought of. I won't slurp on the microphone. So when Fern when she became famous, and there was another very famous comedian that she was working with on British television who happened to be a psychiatrist. And she was asking him about autism, and sort of his responses kind of tell us everything we need to know, or everything that we do know about what the medical profession knows about autism, in that it's really not that much. What else? I refuse to review Elon Musk by buying his biography. Fair enough. It's I don't know. The Musk biography is interesting from what I've read. I've only done the sort of first few dozen pages. It seems to be sort of trying to set the world to rights. There's a meme going around that his father had an emerald mine or something, which he didn't. But so what? It's like I was struggling to get really interested about it. And when I'm not interested in something, it's really difficult for me. I'm not saying I'm not with this book, but it's really not that interested in something. It's really difficult to kind of get the energy up to actually progress with it. What else do you like to read? I'm pretty shallow, to be honest. So I've got to read a lot of books about marine biology, a lot of marine science. I do a lot of ocean stuff. Apart from stuff about your special interests, yeah, there isn't. I don't think I have any books that aren't about my special interests, I'm afraid. One second. We have 5 viewers now, which is incredible, but quite a lot less than we normally would have on the chat. And I'm quite conscious that many of you may not have read the book. So we can just sort of hang out and generally chat about it and use it as a background to what we're talking about. But it's not particularly long. And there are some elements of the book that you kind of have to read yourself. So, for example, here, little footnote. Alexithymia is the limited ability to recognize and describe the emotions you're feeling. It also means your mind fails to register the physical symptoms of anxiety as early as it should. People with alexithymia are not emotionless, Rather, we feel huge emotions, but there's a disconnect in our ability to properly acknowledge them. And autistic people are between 20 and 50% more likely to have alexithymia than the general population. But alexithymia is also a coping mechanism from PTSD. In turn, autistic people, due to various factors such as a low social status, our vulnerability to being rejected by family, mental illness, social isolation, are far more likely to be traumatized, so it's tricky to separate one from the other. It's another really good reason for why it's important to see a professional to help tease those things apart. I know during my diagnostic appointments, I had 3 appointments, and the third appointment was predominantly focused on sort of teasing out what could be PTSD versus something else, or what could be OCD, what could be, because it's kind of important. There's different reasons for doing things, right? So like the autistic routines are different from the OCD routines. I kind of don't want to spoil it, but let's go to the giveaway. I think that's kind of what everyone's waiting for, right? And I'm sort of like stringing it out because I want to kind of like talk to you about your interest in what you're thinking about the book. And some of you haven't read it. So it's like, I don't want to spoil it. The next book, what I think I'll probably do, I'll do a quick video review. I'll pop it out on the YouTube channel, and then I'll send the book to someone after a couple of days, because someone's got to read it. Someone's got to read it with me. Dr. K has a great video on alexithymia too. Who's Dr. K, Kamishi? I probably have alexithymia, but I don't know if it's because of potential autism versus trauma. Could be all of it. Yeah, of course it can. And it can all play onto each other as well. There are sort of tests, mild tests you could do for alexithymia, questionnaire style, which might be able to, pull that out for you. But for me, it's a good one is simply just being asked how you're feeling. Like, it's quite difficult to put it to words sometimes. Exactly, what does it mean exactly? Of course, we all just say, "Yeah, I'm fine," and just carry on with life. Right, let's do the takeaway. Let's do the giveaway. Okay, here we go. Well, we have people on stream. Let's do the giveaway. Training psychiatrist, a lot of mental health support, mostly people in the gaming community. I know the one. He's done a video very recently on autism, hasn't he? Or at least he's mentioned it quite highly in one of his more recent videos. Sorry, you didn't spoil anything, Janica. Nothing's been spoiled at all. We're just talking about the book. It's all cool. Nothing to worry about. And of course, I think, predominantly, one of the books Fern Brady mentions here is Asperger's, which I haven't read, but it does seem to be really popular among the sort of female autistics, because it goes into all of those issues that separate the female experience, I think is probably a good way to put it, or the non-white male boys, In my bin fire of a school, when teachers thought of problem kids, they thought of disruptive behaviour. There was no such thing as someone that studied too much, even if they did give themselves a nervous breakdown in the process. It's only now that increasing numbers of health professionals understand to look for intensity of interest rather than unusual interest when assessing girls. She quotes the DSM-4 as well, which is interesting. Kind of dates herself there a little bit. Atwood, T, Autism in Females. There's a YouTube link with a timestamp. I know now the diagnostic criteria for autism was almost entirely based on Hans Asperger's research into autistic males. And funnily enough, none of them had boyfriends because they were 8-year-old boys in pre-war Vienna. I didn't fit the criteria because I was making eye contact. And anyway, I was a top student who'd been accepted to Edinburgh University to study Arabic and Persian. So exactly what was the problem? At no point did anyone think to ask why I, with no prior interest in visiting or reading about the Middle East, adopted to study Arabic and Persian. No one thought it was weird when, after receiving my offer a year earlier, I self-transferred to a different school in sixth year, to crash higher Spanish and advanced French for fun. That's what she likes, Arabic and Persian. Who'd have thought it? I'm sorry, I don't know, we should have read the book. I just came here because I got up over a power stream. It's okay. Not at all. Like, look, I've got zero experience of running a book club. I'm just going to have a go. Let's do it. Like, there's so many cool books, out there that I think everyone would benefit from, like, knowing about, reading, or discussing. I think it's really important. Don't worry about having not read it. It's cool. We are starting. The viewer numbers are lower than for a video game, I know. A gaming stream up. All the people will come. Right, come on, books are cool. Come on now. Right, here we go. Look, see, there's the names in here. Am I late? Wanderer, you're not late to the party at all, honestly. This is like, this is my like bin fire of a book club review, like my first review. And the only reason I was saying it was like because, and it's not you guys, like, and it's not bad, but like I don't want to spoil it. That's the first one. The second one is like a biography, and biographies are like hard. So I'd start with a hard one, but Fern Brady's biography, I actually spilled some tea on it. Okay. If anyone wins this and it has like a tea stain on the front, that's on you. Okay. I'm late to the party, I think. Wi-Fi was down. Okay. Should we do the draw now? Or should we wait? Should we wait? I do have a complete library on books about the female autistic experience. Have you got this one though? So, like, just the diagnostic experience. I mean, for me, it's fairly straightforward. It's fairly obvious. And it's kind of where I went to title the channel of YouTube. Because it's like, look, if you're over 40, you're basically going to be missed. There's just no chance, really, that you're going to get picked up in school unless you have very profound symptoms in a specifically marked way. That logical boy autism kind of smashing trains against each other and memorizing timetables, that sort of thing. Like that. And if you don't have that, then you're going to get missed. This one has tea stains. I mean, undervalue. Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to like stamp a cat paw print on it. I don't know if it'll be a cat. It might be a dog, but there'll be something. I'll scribble in it. I'll devalue it, and no one can sell it then. And yeah, so we'll do Unmasking Autism next, and I want to send it away like as quickly as possible. So probably wait like a couple of weeks. I got tons of emails. I haven't gone through. If you've emailed me, by the way, I haven't read your email. It's sitting in a folder, and then obviously I wrote down all of the names. Just the first name, just to trying to keep it like trying to give people's personal information out, and then I'll delete all the emails. So, Wanderer, basically, if you've seen the original video, which I think you'd have to comment on actually, then you'll catch the drift of the book. Fern Brady is a famous UK BBC celebrity from Scotland, from a really poor area of Scotland. Well, all of Scotland is traditionally poor, really, except Edinburgh. And she is different. And she talks a lot in here about the manic pixie dream girl trope, you know, the one that is kind of the way that men often relate to autistic women. It's not an experience I have experience of, but it is patently obvious that's how it plays out. And there's a lot of vulnerability in the book, and I don't want to spoil it. And there are some really good stories in here. Highly recommended. I think we'll do the draw. Should we do the draw? I mean, waffling. Let me just check the stream. You can all see me. YouTube says excellent, so I know it's working. Okay, here we go. I think I want to kind of get like maybe one of the cats to pick one. I don't know. Here we go. This is the one. This is the one. It is Mia. I don't know if Mia is on the stream, but Mia wins the book. Mia wins the book. Yay, Mia wins the book. Another book next time. There's like a stack of books behind me, which I bought purely for the purposes of giving it away. So Mia, the book, strong female character, is yours. I hope you enjoy it. What we'll do is do the same thing again. I'm trying to like keep stuff on camera. Keep stuff on camera. Yeah, well done. You have a book. You have a book. Yay, everyone seems very happy for me. Everyone else, you need to get you a copy. This is the next one. I'll film a review of this book early next week, and we'll do the giveaway next week as well, so that it kind of gets out for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll do the video, and then like 24, 48 hours, I'll post it out. So there's another option for you guys to win another book. You can win this one, and I'll defile it as well. In some way, I'll defile this one with tea and cats. I was going to say cat stains, but you know what I mean. Paw prints. And we'll do this again. Yes. So, what would you like to talk about? Do you know that there's a weird concept here of having like an autistic person host something social, but do you know? So, actually, I'm being a bit unkind there, because there is no. I hate the language. Oh, there's been a paper on this, and it talks about deficits. Of course, it talks about deficits. Everything in the... Your name, Janica, by the way, is in this tin. It would take me a while to find. There's been quite a few entries. But you're all in the tin. I get distracted very easily. Okay, you're in there anyway. I'll bin them all. I have to do it again. I don't even know if this is the best way to do it. I think it is. I think it's kind of fun. It's just a bit of fun, right? But what was I talking about? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So the deficits, anyway, of being autistic, social deficits, disappear entirely. There's no difference. And this was the study that talks about whether or not people like autistics or not. If that makes sense. Too bad it wasn't just drawn. Yeah, well, better that next time. Yeah, and well, the sort of likability, and I've done that in a video already. I'm gonna just hop off for a second, and I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about something, or we'll do something else. Okay, I think if I click a button here, this will work. Okay, sorry about that. Cats are in the cupboard upstairs. It's like a really old house, and the ceiling goes creak, 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 and they shouldn't go in the cupboard because, you know, cats have got like none. Sorry, am I not? You can hear me. Oh no, like, why can't cats go in cupboards? Well, because they might get stuck in there, number one. So I had a cat called Millie, and she's 21, tabby cat, and first ever cat. She went missing for a couple of days, and you know where this is going. And she was stuck in a cupboard. And she just didn't meow or anything. She's just really quiet in there. Obviously, you know, they'll get dehydrated, whatnot. But she just was like, oh, this is my life now. And settled down in the cupboard. So... what should we do? Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a great idea. For the stream here. How about, do you all want to like vote on the next on the next video topic? Because, responding to Wanderer. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a lot of books, none of them on autism. Oh, right. Yes, of course. Sorry. My cat story in a cupboard. Wanderer. Oh, yeah. I've got something to show you, Wanderer, actually. I can't do it right now because the camera's stuck in here, but I want to show you Monty. There was Nina and my son were talking about bad taxidermy. once. I don't know. This is a book club. We're talking about taxidermy. Anyway, you're looking at like really bad taxidermy online and just laughing about it. And then they bought one, and it's about 100-year-old parrot. And Saber, my familiar, my 3-legged cat, ate one of its toes. He ate a 100-year-old parrot toe. So actually, I can show you the parrot on one of the videos. Wanderer, only started suspecting on the spectrum this year. I'm now on the waiting list to get officially tested. Good luck with that. If it gives you any... I've seen some of your comments on my videos, and I'm happy to suggest that possibly you could well be autistic, or certainly on the spectrum. ADD. Oh, right, of course. You might find that kind of brings the autistic traits out a bit more, because autism, ADHD kind of like suppresses autism a bit. It's hard to explain. It doesn't suppress it, but you know, like in terms of when you like look, when you're on the outside looking in and you're looking at someone and you see their autistic traits, then ADHD kind of blends them. It kind of hides them. Hides is a better word. And then if you're obviously controlling ADHD, you might find your autistic traits a bit more obvious. I know some psychiatrists don't want you to be medicating ADHD when you go for ASD assessment, and some do. Like, why don't you just continue? Yeah, that was in my experience. I am not medicated for ADHD. ADHD is not my main issue. Kind of, yeah, I found the DS, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't, yeah, that's it. And then you'll find that you've got just the issues again, you know, mostly being female, finding good psychiatrists, whatever, waiting lists. A recommendation for waiting lists, by the way, is to get on them all. So there's very little harm. I mean, occasionally places will want to take deposits, but you could game the system, not game the system. I'm not talking about like looking for positive, you know, affecting the diagnosis. I'm talking about, you know, getting through that waiting list. The big issues there is just get on all of them, hop on all the waiting lists, and then when you get through with one, cancel the others. Researching autism is not always I mean, obviously we have a bit of self-selection bias here, because, you know, if I make a channel on YouTube and talk about autism topics or adult autism topics, what tends to happen is my videos be shown to people looking for those things. So therefore we typically are looking for autism related content, all of us. And then, so it may not necessarily be that. Deep diving into YouTube. Ah, okay. Look, is there anything topic-wise you'd like me to cover? Because I need to get a video out tomorrow. And I haven't made a video yet. We can democratize this a little bit. Let me go pick a couple of options here. Hang on. Let's grab them. Let's do the options. I'm scrolling. Right, let's do a little poll. Let me poll. Start a poll. Oh, I can't add lots of options to it. Oh, that's a shame. I thought I could just like copy paste all my video titles into here, and then you could just pick one. I want to see the parrot. Okay, I'll bring the parrot in a video. Bad taxidermy is true. Yeah, we went down a bit of a bad taxidermy rabbit hole. If you're ever feeling I don't know if I'm kind, it's just abusing. What you want to do There are YouTube videos, just compilations, just showing you bad taxidermy. There's eBay as well. I think the parrot came from eBay. It got shipped in a shoebox with a really lovely note. It's called Maurice. It's an ugly parrot. It's like missing an eye, and every time I try to move Maurice, he ends up coming back. He's like Elf on the Shelf, but dead parrot. Wonderful Wanderer. I'm not entirely sure I'm with you on goat stuff. I got a toy goat. Kamishi, I know you've do videos about special interests, but since you mentioned how assessors look for more for intensity now, I think it'd be helpful when we're looking more. Okay, thank you. I think that might be. I'm thinking like maybe a short video on that. There's only like a couple of papers really, which are more like white papers. So it's not like evidence, like proper evidence. It's just like how they work, and they sort of now know to look for intensity of interests. So for example, if you're a little girl and you're all about all of the bones in a pony or whatever, I don't know how many bones they have. Let's just pick a fake number, 200. Like they've got 200 bones. You're listing all these 200 bones, and you know that in level intensity, which is unusual at that time. For me, it was kind of slightly different. I mean, I've been super into a few things, but computer science is one of them. But bear in mind that I don't know if I look as old as I am. I got ID'd in Tesco's, which is our supermarket, a couple of years ago. Actually, the beginning of this year for an energy drink, and I was incredibly happy to be thought of as 18. Yeah, I'm sort of old enough. I sort of predate the inter there. So I had a lot of books. So the books that we had access to. Well, I didn't have a library growing up because I grew up in Germany. Obviously, the German libraries, but looking for English content, there wasn't a huge amount. So it was a case of just reading stuff that I had, and it was computer books. So it was way above my age, if that makes sense. So it was the stuff that would be pitched at maybe A level, like binary and things. I'd be learning all about that, about transistors, how they're made, and all the bits and pieces. Anyway, that's like not unusual for a boy, but it's the intensity, isn't it? It's the intensity of interest. I'm waffling now. Also, it's kind of distractible. Like, since what throws a lot of people off, like, what's the difference between interest and a special interest, especially if I have a lot of nerd friends? I can answer that for you now if you want. Basically, there's like ADHD. It depends if we're talking ADHD or autism, right? So ADHD interests would be, for example, my woodworking. I'll show you some of the stuff I made. I made some like furniture and stuff. I made like benches, chairs, tables, that sort of stuff. Bear in mind, I was lucky enough to have a garage. So I made that into a workshop, and a lot of time because, COVID. And I just sort of got completely obsessed with it. I couldn't go diving. I couldn't do my normal special interests. But it's a kind of like, it's not just like a hobby for autistic people. Wanderer, there's a room that ND people often look a lot younger than their age. I've had that as a comment in quite a few of my YouTube videos. Not quite sure how to take it. I've got like nice lighting. But yeah, and I think the other thing is neurodiverse people as well have got these often make friends of the wrong ages. So I didn't make friends at school really. I always had like one friend if I was lucky to have one friend, otherwise none. 0 or 1, binary, eh? And the teachers are who I kind of made friends with. So I try and like make friends with the teachers, and that was thought of as odd. Or like now I would socialize with kids or like younger people or really old or older people. I don't have that like limited age. I find it odd that people would go through life having this limited age range of people that you would associate with going through your life, which cuts off people at the bottom and cuts off people at the top as you move through like some sort of like World of Warcraft, character levels. You go into a dungeon, you have to be like a certain range of levels, that sort of thing. That's not right. Wanderer, you guess I'm 26, I'm 40. Nice. Kamishi, I had a middle school that asked me if I was a new student at the school working as a substitute teacher during COVID. I stayed at the time. That's amazing. That is amazing. I love that. People often sometimes find them 10 years younger. Actually, yeah. I think there is definitely an element of that. Is it that we spend a lot of time indoors, so we're not getting like sunshine on our face? It's a UV. Autistic people are like allergic to UV or something. Yeah, but special interests, going back to that. So in the book, strong female character, Fern Brady, had these strong interests in Arabic, in French, in some other languages, Persian. And she's learning these languages, these cultures, very young, to the point of taking examinations in those things earlier. Not to say that she's like super bright, and I'm not saying that autism equals special abilities, but that was her interest, and I think that also masks special abilities. Yeah, there are definitely perks, but it's a much there's this thinking that there needs to be this neurodiversity, and when we say neurodiversity, we don't really mean neurodiversity, do we? We mean neurotypical and not neurotypical. The 10% to the 90%, something like that. There needs to be that for society to function correctly because of the different requirements that society has. And we're talking about pre-civilization here. So, we are... Stream health is good, but I'm trying not to drink next to this. I can monologue for for a lot. So I think I'll save it for a video. I think I'll script something shortly. I'll write down some stuff. I've got this fun one here as well. I can't poll, Yannick. So the polls are always like yes and no type thing. It's just because I've got a Notion database of video ideas here. I'm just giving it a scroll. Every time to be fair, I haven't read all my issue comments, but whenever I read one and it says, "Can think about doing something on this," then I'll copy it and then dump it in, and it'd just be cool to do a vote on it, because what I think is cool might not be cool. Interviews gets asked for a lot. We'll definitely do a lot of interviews. I plan on doing a lot more, kind of giving it the attention it deserves. That's not code for anything other than I just want us to put a bit more time in on it. Maybe because it's different. I mean, there's people from all over the world, all different ages, all different ability levels, all different interests. It's like, it's everything, isn't it? And so I think pitching interview stuff at different levels, or job seeking stuff at different levels, or small business stuff at different levels, like how to do it or how I've done it. And then if there's anything relatable, then other people can pick. And then we've got the am I the arsehole type stuff too, and the memes, am I the arsehole memes, autism bingo card, that sort of stuff. Demand avoidance, how about that? How about PDA? How about a little conversation about PDA profile? Speaking of PDA profile, it sounds like profile, meaning, profile set of options, configurations, and whatever. And it's not strictly profile, is it? Wanderer, ever thought about doing a collab with other creators? Yeah, I think about it a lot. It'd be really, really cool. But who would want to do a collab with me? And I'm not saying that in who would want to do it with me? I'm so awful. And to be fair, I have the same sort of thoughts as everyone else. I think that sometimes. Sometimes I'm even like on a dive or whatever, and I'll be, I could be doing all kinds of stuff. Like I sometimes do filming, TV. Sometimes it is shown on TV, but like camera operating and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so awful. I'm rubbish. I shouldn't be doing this. I just want to go home and cry. And I'm literally thinking that. I'm filming. It's like, okay, don't think that. Just do the job. Collab with other creators, yeah. So anyway, autism. I would like to see more people coming to a realization of who they really are. I think it's probably a good way to think about it. And I don't want to get too like religious and evangelical about this, but I'm kind of like I'm like still mildly pissed off that like didn't figure it out earlier. Megan from I'm Autistic Actually. Now what? Is that the one? Yeah, okay, I'm still not sure about PDA for myself. Community PDA would be interesting. Yeah, I can loosely relate to PDA. Yeah, I can sort of loosely relate to PDA as well. And then there's like, is everyone like a little bit PDA? Like, do we all actually essentially avoid demands? Because you wonder, yeah. So full disclosure, I know her. It would be cool to do a collab. Where I think things have kind of, where I've not, I daren't say, she subs to my channel. But what I daren't say is ask her to do anything, just because I don't feel comfortable with that. I want her to succeed. I want her channel to work. And she's pretty new as well. She's been going like about a year. And I think, yeah, she just needs to be successful in her own way. And I'd hate for, you know, it's hard to explain. Does that make sense? Like, I think everyone creating content is doing so in their own like style. But yeah, hey Meg, if you're watching this and you want to collaborate, hit me up. But we're kind of unequally yoked there a little bit in terms of like sub count. She might feel like she's boosting me. Her channel's called I'm Autistic Now What? Yannicke, and if you watch some of her content, from what I know of you, you'll binge it all. Because it's great. She does really good stuff. She does a lot of meme type content. She does a lot of TikTok sort of review, if that's the right word, like TikTok stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like stationary staring. Yeah, you might well have done. She's very thoughtful. She makes some really good content. Highly recommended. Yeah, no, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to do. It would be cool, really cool to collab. But it's like I don't feel like I'm a YouTuber. Does that make sense? It's hard to. I feel like I'm outside the circle. I'm not like actually doing like YouTube. I'm sitting here in silence. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think maybe PDA then, or I'm looking at autism bingo card as well. Just some light fun stuff. Coping with travel, I've got job interviews, job applications, commercializing special interests. I've got loads of stuff on transitions, interoception, autistic social scripting, the double empathy problem, but I kind of talk about that a lot anyway. Monotropism comes up from time to time. Paradoxical reactions to medication was the most recent one I've got added in there. Are you autistic or just introverted? That's another one. The general positive traits of autistics. Okay. This is me typing it in because I can't easily copy paste from that window. And I put your name on it too. So when the video gets done, I'll thank you. Appreciate that. Thriving as an autistic entrepreneur. You're actually autistic. I've got a fun one here. Yeah, on the subject of honesty, I've got, are you keeping this video a secret? Because there are quite a few people watching my videos that are watching it with the sound turned off. Like they're just using captions. Like the YouTube analytics stuff. I might do a video showing YouTube analytics as well at some point. Just maybe it's like second channel type stuff. But it'd be fun to sort of show you what it looks like because I think it's super interesting. Yeah, weird reactions to meds, 100%. Like this is actually documented. And perhaps another good reason why one would want to have autism, you know, potential paradoxical reactions noted on medical files, because it could be that you have a strange reaction to something. But paradoxical is fun because it's the opposite. Analytics is fun. It's almost like a special interest on its own for some people, and but it's just interesting. Like the split, like the gender split is pretty flat. Age is pretty flat. World stuff is pretty flat. Most people from America. I once hallucinated from smoking weed. It depends on me. Like, is the weed like pretty straight or not? I don't know if I can say this because once this video gets published on the stream, like on YouTube, what will happen is YouTube will like check it, and then they might not like me using that term. It does feel very much like their platform. Like this is YouTube's platform, and I'm intruding. I'm not a real YouTuber. Autism and jobs. What no one tells you. Oh, I sort of did that. Like the whole job applications, job interviews. Loads of people want to know about that. Like we are a chronically underemployed demographic. Like so underemployed. No, Wanderer, you're good. You're perfectly fine. I don't want any of you lovely people to apologise or feel like you've not done something right or something. Just don't worry, please. Honestly. Oh yeah. Sorry. Like late last night, YouTube gave the channel partner. Like I'm now a YouTube partner. Don't think I needed an announcement, but that clicked over last night. Which is pretty interesting because it was like I got an email the night before saying, "Oh, we'll take a month to check your channel out. Make sure you're talking about the things we like." I'm paraphrasing, and I'm like, "Cool." And then they were like, "Oh, we've done it now. Yeah, you're good. You're in." So autism seems uncontentious. Autism meme show, autism bingo card. Blah, 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 blah. I've got quite a few like Mumsnet and something Reddit links, like Am I the Arsehole type stuff. Like it always keeps popping up. Like people being just weird about autistic people. And I kind of feel like quite strongly about that you shouldn't really be so. Yeah, that's validation, right? Yeah, I guess. I'm just happy you guys are here, and it's great to talk about this stuff. And I'm sorry the book review is kind of like it's kind of a hard one to do without like spoiling it or like reading all the best bits. You kind of need to get the book. Like I will do Unmasking Autism by Devon Price. I don't want it to be Sunday's video because then the channel just becomes like people will just unsub because I think a lot of people don't like books. You're official YouTuber now. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe. The Am I the Arsehole videos always piss me off. Oh shit, sorry. I mean, I don't want to like upset you because I've done the Am I the Arsehole video and it's like, oh, you don't want, I saw that one. It was right up there. I actually searched the subreddit for autism. It was right at the top. I clicked it and I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this on camera. This is awful. And it's just, I was doubting, and someone mentioned it on the comments actually. Like, is that real? It looks fake. And it's like, sort of see your point because it feels like it's so awful that it's been engineered by an autistic person. Like, I reckon I could write an Am I the Arsehole post, a really anti-horrible thing, anonymously, and it would get loads of hits because it would just be like you could just put all that ableism, all the stuff from the autistic bingo card into a paragraph, and people would just react to it. So it could be that. Wendy, welcome. 61 years. Been off work for 18 months after burnout. Thought it was depression again. Didn't get autism part until very recently. Actually late diagnosed. Yes, you certainly are. It's not me calling you old, by the way. We were talking earlier in the chat about how a lot of neurodiverse people kind of look younger than they actually are. Wonder, the people do the original posting, wonder not you do this. Okay, cool. Right. All right, cool. Because, I mean, like, if there's stuff you don't like, let me know. Be kind, though. Like, if you're going to tell me something constructive criticism, do it like rejection sensitive. There you go. There's one. RSD, rejection sensitive dysphoria. There you go. That's been asked for, but I didn't put it in the list because I forgot. It's in the list now. Like it's very difficult to say stuff that where I think my channel is different. Okay. Is that a lot of people creating content around this area? I looked on TikTok in the autism thing, autism TikTok a week ago, and I couldn't believe what I saw. It's crazy. Like, looking for myself, like, I've seen some of Meg's videos and they're great. I didn't realize how bad it actually was. It's like, put a hand down, put a finger down if you sleep, you could be autistic. Put a finger down if you wear clothes sometimes. Put a finger down if you have 2 eyes. Put your finger down if you have a head. Put a finger down if you have 2 feet. No offense intended to anyone who's missing a party part. But it's like, oh, then you could be autistic. It's like, yes, because autistic people are people too. Stuffed, honestly. So where I think the channel can be different is that the channel is... Hang on. I've got to top up my tea. It might be rejection sensitivity dysphoria. Okay, it might be. This is hot. Teapots are the best. It could be RSD, but I don't want people to leave comments saying, you're talking shit. You don't know what you're talking about, mate. You got late diagnosed and now you think you know everything. The thing is, I'm trying to stick to evidence, and I'm trying to stick to something I can back stuff up. I'm either going to give you my direct experience or someone else's reported experience, but I'm struggling with that one because get the book yourself or get it from the library. I'm afraid the draw's been done. Those who just turned in, Mia won it. But there will be more draws. In fact, this one also has to go out. In fact, I might do this video next week, but the draw will be done really quick. I won't leave it ages again. The draw will be done in like 2 days or something. So it can get in the post for Christmas. And so anyway, so Dr. Devon Price's book is really good because it goes into a lot of detail. So it gives the sort of like lived experience, and then it also gives the data. It could be that fake, but I don't underestimate the stupidity of some people. Yeah, it's just stupid. Always nice, lol. I'm too old for TikTok. Yeah, I'm too old for TikTok. Yeah, me too. TikTok's very Gen Z and how it communicates and about social issues. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, Kamishi. You've put it into my words better than I did. Because I don't mind that it's about a different style, or that it's like what the young'uns use. The problem that I've got with it... look, we're going to have to... Yeah, come closer. We don't want to tell everyone this, but it's absolute bollocks, isn't it? It's bullshit. It's just nonsense. They say, you could be autistic too if... And I'm not saying that some of the content creators are bad. Cheryl, a lady called Cheryl, is amazing. Purple Ella. Putting out some fantastic content out there. Who's the other one? What's her name? From Canada. Young lady. She puts out really good content as well. I think will come to me in a minute. So there are people putting out good stuff, but they are like peeing against the rain, basically, because there's just so much crap. And the problem with all of the crap is that it's what provides the environment for the stuff we see on autism bingo cards. The oh, you're not really autistic, you're just making it up. You're talking, you're just talking crap. Chloe Hayden, not that long ago, backed off social media completely. In fact, we should probably do her book at some point, although it might be a little bit like strong female character in that I can't really read too much from it because it's kind of you got to do it yourself. It's copyright, but yeah, it's like, oh, Nadia, welcome back. How's Canada doing? How's on? It's not Ontario, is it? Is it Ontario? Quebec. I just store stuff about, you can all relate, I'm sure. You just store little facts about people. Quebec. I knew it. I was close. Not GeoGuessr close, but close. I wonder, I realised I might be autistic from watching an upload from Purple Ale that YouTube suggested to me. That's great. I'm super pleased. Sorry, there's my face is doing a super pleased face. I'm incredibly happy because that's great. And she's makes some beautiful content, and her family are lovely, and her content is lovely, and everything is lovely. And I was like thinking about maybe ending the stream because we're like not a book reviewing, but we should just probably continue, right? Because in my head, it's 7 p.m. You're doing a book review. Do the book review. You should do the book review. I can't do anything else. I've got to do the book review. This is what we're doing. This is the slot. Yannick, maybe we should quiz you on your followers then. Yeah, if you like. I don't want to say pieces of information about people, but I have stored information about all of you in the chat in my brain. It's like the core team here. We already did the book review. Thank you very much. The book review's over. Let's talk crap about autistic people. Purple Ella is brilliant. Yeah, I like I said, I really like her. Like we're different, but we're having this conversation earlier about other autistic creators and things, and we're just totally different. It'd be great to collab with her. Draw's been done. Mia won the book. However, there will be another draw this week for the next book. There will be another draw. There will be another draw. Kamisha, you could always do your own book reviews in separate vids and just warn you about the spoil the books. That's a really good idea. I think that's a good plan. I think if we ever did fiction, that is essential because it's impossible. It's really hard. But also, I kind of want you guys to feed back to me about what you got from the books too, or from that creator. Like, tell me what you like about them, because selfishly, selfishly, I'm learning tons from you all. Oh, sorry, I bumped the microphone. Yeah, Amia won. Speaking of which, this is what will happen. I'm making stuff up as I'm going along. I will email Mia back to ask for their address. If they don't provide it in, say, a week, then redraw. Or just redraw from the tin. Maybe draw a runner-up, just in case or something. I don't know. There is always a possibility people won't see it. Wendy, love your channel. Keep at it. We need your voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think it's like my brain went through a few steps before sort of creating the channel, and it's like, shit. Like there are other creators doing this stuff, but not enough. And I think I can add a different view to things. And again, when we're talking about other creators, it's like, yeah. Don't want to repeat myself. So, for the newcomers, Book review is kind of done. It was a bit stilted. I'm very, very sorry. You want to watch the replay of the stream, go right back to near the beginning, maybe the first, go from like 10 minutes to 20 minutes. It's hard to do the conversation about it when you lot haven't damn read the book. It's fine, really. No, it's a biography. And Fern is she's an adult, late diagnosed, autistic, recently diagnosed, really. Who's very prominent on British television. And I think she's an excellent role model. While she isn't an autistic content creator, although this is autistic content, she is very prominent and out, if that makes sense, as an autistic. No runner-up then. So yeah, I mean, it's... I don't know, no disappointment either. I'd like to just buy a crap load of books and post them to everybody. I'd like everybody to get a book. But it's kind of, it's... yeah, it's just, you know, I wish I could just do this and nothing else. Maybe not like live streams, but not that live streams are fun. Live streams are great. In fact, we'll do another one soon. Another To the Moon one. I think we're probably like 15% of the way through that game. We probably need to wrap that one up soon, since I think we've spotted the autistic characters now. If you haven't seen it, by the way, the previous live stream, if you click the live tab on the YouTube channel, if you go to the YouTube channel page, Autistic After 40, click the live tab, and then you can sort of see the lives. There'll be, the book thing is going to continue. We'll do a book review. I'll make a video about it, and then I'll post some on the book. And then a couple of weeks later, we'll do a live stream, which ostensibly is about the book, but realistically, we're probably just going to talk stuff. We've talked about videos to do. We've talked about all kinds of stuff. In fact, what might be kind of cool, do you know what might be really good fun? We might also do, oh yeah, I have Insta now. There's, my plan is to make short form content in portrait. But you know something? It's like there's so many hours in the day. Expecting a lot of kitty pigs. There's Hydra. Yeah, she's here. Look. Look. I appreciate that there are more animals than just the regular ones that you see very often. These are the ones that are present here in the office. Oh, small possibility of injury from doing this, but like, she's very warm. Already spotted her ages ago. Yeah, but yeah, she's Hydra. Boop. Self boop. The cat's the uber autistics. There's no doubt in my mind about that. She pairing now. Okay. Come join in. Would you like tea? Would you like milk? It is oat milk. Do you want to, does the chat want to watch or drink some oat milk? Okay, here we go. Right. How do I do this? This is supposed to be a book review, but it's just going to be a Hydra drinking oat milk on my desk. Okay, if I spill this is going to be bad. Check it out, guys. It's just a microphone. Don't make the best content. Oh. I know. Okay. So that's oat milk. I don't know if it has any lactose or lactate in it. You are correct that they are lactose intolerant. So, okay, I am giving you bad habits and you make a mess of my desk. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. It's tea and tails, right? Okay, we've got a problem here because this is like training. It's bad training. Yeah, she sleeps like hell, damn straight. Best live stream ever. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is her tail. This is what live streams are like here. So I was saying at the beginning of the chat that I don't really know how to do book review. Book review's new to me, really. I've never been to a book club. I'm not really keen on clubs, but I bet you there's never been a book club where someone's been waving a cat tail around. Look. So fluffy. Okay. It's amusing. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so this is Hydra. I've got mostly very old cats, but Hydra is the first new younger one in a very long time, and she was bought for me for my birthday. I don't buy cat. Actually, I have in my life. I've previously bought a cat. That's 2 purchased cats, but most of the time they're rescue, and most of the animals here have got something not wrong with them. I hate that term. They're missing bits. Did you do your tea and tail graphic? Yes, thank you. There was a bit of consternation as to whether or not the cat looks sad in the graphic, but then I think. I think it doesn't look sad. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Hang on. No, not a Q&A. Sorry, I'm struggling. Okay, we got a poll. Okay, everyone, we got a poll. You got to do a poll. This this one's for you, Wendy. We got. Let me make it bigger so you can do like a proper thing. Help me out. Book reviews and book clubs are 2 different things, I think. Yeah, you make me feel better about this whole thing. How are we doing? What do you think? Is it just sleepy or what? I'm not really sure where to put him. I need to trim the top bit off. I need to crop. But for now, I was trying to also get the chat like on the overlay. But but the chat's not displaying very well. Let's try that. I need to read like a YouTube thing about how to get your chat messages like onto the overlay. I've got overlays, but they're not working. They're not displaying anything. So what's the result then? I only have 1 cat, Sawandra, and it turned up my drive one day and never left. That was 10 years ago, wasn't Chip? No one claimed him. I remember that story. You're welcome to tell it again and again and again. It's lovely. Yes, cat looks sad, 33%. No cat resting face, 66%. Okay. That is what I thought it would come out to be honest. I think you're just being kind. I think the cat looks sad. It's supposed to look sleepy. Get on my... No! Just got my milk now. Now I can't top up my tea. You're taking liberties now. You're allowed little bit milk, but now you're taking all the milk. Meow. She's spoiled. She's absolutely like princess spoiled. Yeah. Oh, she crosses her legs as well. This leg crossing thing. This is her trademark. Okay, I'm going to put you down now. That's it. I think you might have contaminated my milk. It's oat milk as well. It's not kitty milk. Yeah. Okay, down you go. Okay, bye. Okay, so how did we get on? Okay, I'm reading your comments. Right, let me just read your comments over here. Cat looks sleepy. Yeah. Asking autistics how to interpret facial expressions. Yes, there'll be more of this. It's autistic hell, basically. I will be asking autistics many questions. We'll be doing autistic questions. Okay, she's back, by the way. Let me know if you see her. She's working her way around. She's literally coming back. She's coming for this. I don't know that she's. I mean, tell you what, I'll give her some. I'll give her like a drop, and then I'll move her so I can actually get on with this. Don't touch my tea. Like, come over here. Come over here onto this bit. There. Go over here. There you go. Look, there's a tiny bit over there for you. So this whole thing started basically when I had some cereal, nice safe food, on my desk, and she wanted to eat it, so she got a little bowl too. She would always have a little bit of tea with me. Nadia, did I tell you guys I now have a rabbit? Is that the one you went out for? Is that the one you went see again? Is that the one you went to collect after the last live stream? Actually, a future dog trainer of my assistant's dog borrowed to me. So funny. Ah, what's the rabbit called? That looks sleepy. It looks like he was sleeping on the book as they do. And you moved him to read it. There you go. There's the law. That is how this is how this is. Guys, such assholes. Question for the officially diagnosed people here. Did you have to do the TAT test? Showing pictures that you have to interpret? No. I don't recognize that. Is it part of the ADOS 2? I can tell you what is part of the ADOS 2. I'll tell you what, I preempted my psychologist. I had a clinical neuropsychologist, loads and loads of experience, lady. She was brilliant. Really put me at my ease. I said, are you going to make me tell you a story about flying frogs now? And she laughed. I said, no, that's part of the module for kids. But I said, oh. And I actually showed her some toys. I brought some toys. I brought some like toy cars. Like this. I brought some toy cars because in the ADOS 2 module, one of the modules, they have matchboxes, cars, and other bits and pieces. And basically, they make you kind of tell a story. Now, there is a possibility they'll do that. That just means they're following ADOS 2. Doesn't mean... So it's possibly that. Also, what's meant by safe food? Hey, the So Monster. Safe food is one that you're... is not funny, having her moving around all the time. She's a pain in my butt. Okay. There are other cats as well. I've there we go. There's more opportunities to see cat head. This one, naughty cat. You can see whiskers, can you? Yeah. So safe food is basically one that is always very likely to be tolerated by the autist. And it's often something that's bland, not always. So cereals sometimes like potatoes, sometimes like bars, like maybe like this sort of thing, like just like certain chocolate bars that might be like really suitable. I travel around with food sometimes that, I know I'm going to like, if I know it's going to be a problem. If I do like business trips, I'll often shove a little bit of food in my luggage, something, or maybe certain bars that I like or whatever. Often I travel with Huel. It's like a meal replacement thing. And I know that I'll always have, I won't have to be like hungry. It's hard to explain. But safe food is something will always work. Okay, I don't think they did the ADOS 2 on me. Also had a copy of drawing. It's odd. It sounds a bit childish, but this is part of the problem, by the way. So where we're at, maybe when the DSM-6 drops or ITD-12, I don't know. It's ICD-12. It's like, your burr is so loud. It's like a noise and it's like really distracting. It's really loud. It's really hard to hear. Chicken nuggets is really common as well. Yeah, chicken nuggets. Right, she's sitting behind me. There we go. There you go. Yeah, just Kitbit. I call her sometimes Kitbit or Madam Piss Paws. I'm plant-based, so I eat like vegan chicken nuggets, same thing, basically. Sometimes in like sandwiches. So like, 2 slices of bread, bit of ketchup. But not always. I mean, like in the past, psychologists would look for, do you eat your pea, your food by color? Do you make sure your peas don't touch your fish fingers or whatever? Do you, that sort of thing. And do you order your toys by production date or whatever? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that if you do any of those things, you're autistic. If you don't, I'm not doing the TikTok thing with you guys. You're far too intelligent. But it's kind of sad that the things that Hans Asperger looked for and wrote about in his letters, not all of which exist anymore, obviously, are still things that we look for today. And it's like, a Viennese pre-war boy. Like, Fern Brady says it the best in her book. She's got this fantastic quote where a doctor said to her she couldn't possibly be autistic because she had a boyfriend. And then she says in the book that she later realizes that, in fact, I'm actually just going to read it. It's my favorite quote from the entire book. You're making eye contact with me, aren't you? And you said you have a boyfriend. So you don't fit the criteria. And then she says, I now know that the diagnostic criteria for autism was almost entirely based on Hans Asperger's research into autistic males. And funnily enough, none of them were boyfriends. None of them had boyfriends because they were 8-year-old boys in pre-war Vienna. I didn't fit the criteria because I was making eye contact. And anyway, I was a top student who had just been accepted into Edinburgh University to study Arabic and Persian. So what exactly was the problem? I had that with my GP, not the same, but very similar. As in, like, what is the problem? It was a complex drawing, and they wanted to see how I could appreciate big picture versus detail. Yeah, that's I've heard of that too, and that is what they're looking for. Yeah. But again, it's weird. A lot of this stuff is flawed. I mean, when you compare that to the ADHD tests that use, the electronic ones that use keyboards and you have to repeat stuff, that's pretty good as well. It's pretty good, but then you get, say, for example, gamers that play a lot of sort of fast twitch games that would be really good at that sort of test and able to block out sounds, like their mother calling them for dinner. So it's, again, stuff needs to move with the times. Fascination for me. I think, say, food's discussion is always funny since I'm literally opposite. I need very flavorful food because the more bland taste is, the more I struggle to eat it. Kamishi, yeah, true. It could be that. Detect maybe an Asian sort of bias there. And okay, I generally don't like strong tastes, but like blue cheese, do not like blue cheese. Wonder I also eat my food in a certain order and always leave the thing I like the most on plate for last. That's the taste I end with. Me too. I always leave the last thing for last, or I'll portion it so that it lasts throughout the meal. What is your favorite? Do you know what? I'd love to poll this thing, but I can't because the polls are 2 options only. What are you doing, Kitbit? Where are you going? She's got a catnip fish. And sometimes I sit on the floor and flick the fish, and it just makes her really happy because she like flies after the fish and then sort of leaves me alone so I can work. Yes, it's flawed. I totally confuse them by starting with the big picture and then totally hyper-focused to get no details right. I love Thai food. Yeah. I mean, you're making me hungry and haven't had a dinner yet. So I have to leave it at some point. By the way, when we do these things, and like it takes a while for people to join, and then there's like loads of people in the chat now, and then you know, sort of it grows up over time. Probably need to do like the book review last and talk shit to begin with. Well, I'm Asian. Yeah, me too. Half Asian. Although my mum's Malaysian, and she loves hot food and spicy food. I'm not massively a huge fan of super spicy food. In fact, I am not very heat tolerant at all. Most people I know can eat more chilies than I can. I'm Korean, but I've never lived in Asia. I've never lived in Asia either. So you and I, we got that together. I'm sorry, I have to quit. My daughter's here and I can't focus right now. Have a nice stream. Oh. Naida, lovely to see you again. It's fine. You need to apologise. It's lovely that you're here, and bye. Have a nice time. Say hi to your daughter for us. Say you're in a cool stream, and you're in this like really cool club, and and she can't join. Get a Tim Hortons for me, Nadia, please. I miss Tim Hortons. I used to do. I need to ask you questions when you're back on the stream, but I need to know if they still do Timbits, like the little donut holes. So you used to be able to buy. I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to buy these boxes of Timbits, and it was these Tim Horton donuts. Really nice. You get all different ones in a box. I was like super fat though. I was like no body shaming at all. I'm literally just shaming myself here. I was like really, really fat. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't want to upset people though. Nadia, bye. Please tell me about Timbits later. I do miss them. I put on like a stone in weight in Canada. Just eating Timbits. They're so delicious. I can't begin to tell you. They're so good. So, later on tonight, after what are you doing, Kitbit? Kitbit? No, it's my tea. It's tea and tails, not tea and tails blended in. No. Kitbit? You don't You've got no respect. Kitbit. Hydra. Naughty. I have a diamond cat handling certificate, by the way. Timbit's still here. Woo! Amazing. Love them. My next question is, when I was in Canada last, I wasn't vegan. So are there any plant-based Timbits? I need to know. Please tell me they have plant-based Timbits. I need to know they exist, and I want them. I freaking love them. I literally lived off soup and sandwich for like 2 weeks. I was so happy. I didn't know that it would be possible, you know, in the middle of the Canadian winter to be able to get like you don't always want to like eat out, like have like heavy food all the time. You know, I just want like a sandwich, you know. So it's really cool just to be able to be good. You're on a stream, people can see you being naughty. Hydra. She's got a peach blob on the back of her head. It's very cute. Okay. Oh, stop it. Kitbit. I don't know if I'm still on the stream, but she's pressing buttons and making like stuff disappear. So if you end up with like a different camera angle, like looking up her bum or something, that is not me. That is entirely her. One of my cats is in my lap right now. He's chewing on my fingers. He also likes Timbits. Oh, Megaland, nice to see you. I need to do more conversation about stuff. Right. I struggle to focus, and Hydra here really wants attention. She's a Maine Coon. She's actually just like a teenage Maine Coon. She's still juvenile. that's my tea, and it's getting cold, but I can't. Otherwise, we have a British blue, and just lots and lots of mogs, and they're all different. I don't know. No, stop it, Hydra! Enough. Okay, this is all. Thank you for that. We've started something. We've literally. She's got an autistic routine now, where she has to have milk or oat milk, but it's not going to stop her, is it? She's sticking her bloody paws in it now. She's literally obsessed. It's tea and tails, but she's got the memo. She's completely not misunderstood. Tea and tails. It's like tea and dirty pissy paws. Hang on. Let me see if I can just. Oh my goodness, you guys don't know what's going on here. I've literally got milk all over my monitor. Hang on, I've got to be right back. I got to clean it off. Hang on, be right back. Kitbit, you're so naughty. Won't be long. Give me a sec. Sorry, everyone. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, right. So that wasn't supposed to happen. Like at all. So she's I don't know what. She's literally behind me now. Like, hang on. Look. Oh, God, sorry. I just bumped. I'm so clumsy. Look. I'm just going to let her do a thing. They've got no rules in this house. Naughty kitty. That's what kitties do. Well, yeah. She's uninvited herself. Look what she's doing with her paw. It's hard for you to see, but she's like shoving a paw in the milk jug. Can you see in the back there? Can you see that? This is the shit I have to deal with. Can't get the staff these days. I believe British short hair and lovely. My British short hair adds a really special routine where he meows at me when the sound is tiny mirror can produce. I must follow him to the bathroom and give belly scratches. Yep, that's what they do. Finished? Causing me problems. Like, I don't... What to do? Thank you, Kitbit, for that. So, welcome to the first Tea and Tales book club, inaugural book club, where we place tales into tea. We swear at cats. Yeah, to you too. Can I like put this camera up for you to see? Just you can see two of me now. What's going on? It's double mic. It's just this is terrible. What's going on? See? This is what I have to deal with all the time. Like when I'm making YouTube videos, a pause just constantly. Brr. I've got an idea. I'm going to pull a name from the tin, and whoever wins gets a free Kitbit. I can post her to anywhere in the world. I can post it anywhere in the world. Like, constantly just needs attention. Listen. Can you hear that? Purring around the world. Okay, I think I've got some ideas for Christmas streams now. I've got some ideas for things to do for Christmas. Right, who's going to win Kitbit? Okay, it's turned into cat ASMR. Yeah. So the stream started with a book. We went on to chat about YouTube. We went to talk about other autistic stuff. We're cat ASMRing now. Oh, sorry, Kitbit. I didn't mean to upset you there. Cat ASMR. She's eating the microphone. Oh shit. Oh, no, I can't. What's going on? There we go. How come the cat gets the heart? What's what? I think the YouTube channel needs to change. I think it needs to be a Hydra tail and tea. Tail in the tea. So relaxing. Yeah. She's crossing her legs, by the way. Can you? You can't see it, can you? It's really hard for me to. Some reason it's all cut off the bottom, but she's actually crossing her legs. Can't show you. Sorry. Too technically difficult. Oh well. Right. So before we head off, was there anything else you guys wanted to chat about? Was there anything I can do for you? Tomorrow is going to have a video. We're going to be doing videos every Sunday for a while, and then probably changing it to a different day because Sundays, I don't know. Like, I don't know if people watch YouTube videos on Sundays or not. I watch YouTube videos like every day of the week, so I don't know. But apparently Sunday is a good day to publish YouTube videos, so that's why we do Sundays. But we could do Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. I don't know. We can do Autism Tuesday. We could do I don't know, I can't think of any other autism related alliterations. What should we do, chat? Oh yeah, stream is good. Okay, yeah. So I have a purring cat. I think she wants feeding properly, so I shall have to go shortly. I don't mind the day. Cool. I mean, look, my plan is to make as much content as I possibly can. So videos, live streams between them, whatever. Just they're all good fun. Community days for me, super. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. this is the time in the show where I tell you how much I appreciate your support. I actually do, like, massively, because without it, there would be nothing. There would literally be nothing. Okay, bet. Thank you. Boop you. Boop the cat. Yeah, without it, there would be nothing. There would be no tea and tails. There would be nothing. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'm afraid this might be a temporary. Aren't you afraid this might be a temporary special interest for you? No. Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out. I think the difference between this and other things has been, yeah, I know what you mean. I think the difference between the YouTube channel and everything else is that this is very much a joint interest. So with everything else, it's very solo. My diving, the marine stuff is entirely solo. I appreciate that it's team things and projects I assist on and things, but for me, it's entirely solo. Everything I do is entirely solo. This is not, because there's feedback between us, and we're just making content together in a way. Appreciate that I'm doing all the content-y stuff, but I could be making videos, right? Like I have done. I've made like little mini documentaries on things just because it's been an interest in the past where I've made videos. No one's ever seen them. They're not published anywhere. I just make like little films. So this is different because this is published somewhere, and there's interaction and there's engagement and there's stuff in the comments back and forth and whatnot. And who knows where it will go. But this topic is endless, I feel. So if you're happy to to participate, I don't know. I feel like I don't sort of deserve your time, because I appreciate there's a huge amount of time here. It blows my mind when I see a video and it's had like hundreds and hundreds of hours of watch time, and it's like, shit, there's more watching than there is actual time in existence. So I post a video and 24 hours later, it'd be like 70, 80 hours watch time. And I know it's like small beans on YouTube, but for me, it's like, what the hell? That's how is that possible to have more watch time than there are actual hours in the day? But it's great. I'm enjoying it. You guys enjoying it? Like you say, Wanderer, there's definitely an interaction. And it's the start of a community. And like I've said before, regarding communities, Discord and what, like, that can only happen when I feel comfortable that I know that it can be completely safe. Because I've been in communities where it's not so much. So yeah, it's tricky. So yeah, maybe, be fun. Do some collaboration stuff, do some bigger stuff. It'll all be fun. Do some smaller stuff, do whatever. But I kind of want to make sure that whatever I'm doing is providing value and is well researched and evidenced and so on. So I'm not just kind of like sitting in front of a camera, and I am sitting in front of a camera and talking shit, but there's like a bit more to it than that. So that's, yeah, if you're happy, it helps me put my thoughts in order also. While I'm writing each YouTube video, I'm putting some notes aside so I can kind of maybe publish them all on a website or something at some point. Maybe it will help people. Yeah, that's it. The end. Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for participating. You seem to have real natural talent with the vids. I hope you keep making them. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'll take your word for it. It doesn't feel like it to me. I find them a bit sort of my IRL folks, I haven't linked the two yet. I will do. I am sort of out autistic, but I haven't like posted this on like to like friends and family yet, other than telling them, hey, I'm autistic. Why do you think that? And that's because once it's been done, I can't undo it. Disclosure. There we go. That's something to talk about, isn't it? Telling people you're autistic. Disclosure. Yeah, because I've gotten, I think, the full gamut of range there of possibles. Lotus Bloom, thank you. Agree. Kamishi, thank you. I hope your game went well, Kamishi. No, it's been great spending time with you. I'd be doing this anyway. Actually, I'll tell you what I probably would be doing. I'll probably be researching my next YouTube video because I don't know if you guys know this, but the videos are not massively well planned. I'll tell you how it goes. It goes, I'll set myself a deadline because I need that in order for my executive functioning to allow me to do stuff. Otherwise, I won't do anything. I've got tons of stuff to talk about on that subject, by the way. 42 years worth of experience on that one topic. But it goes, right, I'll set the title and stuff, and then I'll be like, shit, people are going to think that I'm an idiot. And then I just do it anyway, because that's literally... Wonder, you've just said the Autistic coming out. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but yes, that's what I'm talking about. The Autism comes out. And then the monologuing, and then I write down points that I want to talk about, and I put them just off the camera. And my clapping, which there was a clap in the previous video, I clap when I'm happy. But also that clap is like, that's an edit point. That's like, I've made a mistake, I clap, and then I know when I'm editing to cut the cat bit with the clap out. That's my process. And you can see me like occasionally reaching up to move my notes along. So like, it's not very well done. And the last video, for example, wasn't proofread when I published it. The one before that, my lights went out. I didn't even notice. I was talking to a camera. The room went dark and I didn't have a fucking clue until I was editing, and I'm like, shit. And then I had to spend a couple of hours sort of like making it look a bit prettier in the edit, and then, publishing it. So that is the process. I need you guys to know that. So tomorrow late morning I will start, and I'll sit down and I'll record something maybe afternoon. So when it's done, it is literally live. Like when you see a video go up, it's brand new. It feels more relevant. I also know that if I made a video and thought about it for more than a couple of hours, I would delete it. So it's like build in public. Just need you to know that's kind of like a good thing. We'll get into that on like videos about building your own little businesses and things, but like build in public is really important. It's almost a product in and of itself. Like people can watch a journey. So you can see me being like really shit to eventually being quite good on camera. And that will happen because I know it's learned. Like this small talk, these are learned skills. I was at a Christmas party last night. I was really tempted to like do a live stream on my way home, but I was just zoned. I was just absolutely rattled. I was so rattled. I was driving back and I just like left my full beams on when a police car came. I thought, oh my God, they're going to pull me over for like half an hour. So I'm just like, just replaying conversations in my head. And now I'll look at the chat and see what you've said, and everybody's left. Nice stream, thanks for yeah, of course, yeah, I've read that before. Lonnie Coombs, I appreciate you and for sharing your story. The videos you have made have brought me some understanding and some comfort. Enjoy your personality as well. Thank you for being you. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad I've been able to provide some understanding and comfort. Like, if all I can do is is be like, hey, my name's Mike, I'm a 42-year-old grown man, and I sleep with a stuffed toy, then that helps other people out, then that's cool, that's fine. We can just work with that, right? that would be a win, a sufficient win. I'm kind of like, yeah, it is the age thing. It gives you that little experience, and like not really giving a shit what people think. Not like I don't give a shit about you think. Like I do. It's I mean like you get like negative comments, people like teasing you, and it'll always be like teenage boys or whatever. I was in McDonald's a few weeks ago, and I was just sort of like sat down waiting for my number to come up so I could pick up my food. And sort of a group of teenage boys came, and they literally sat all around me, and it's weird, right? Like boisterous, like shouting and just acting like a twat. And they just literally sat all around me. I was like, just sat like in a corner, just waiting for my number like come up so I could go pick up my food and go. And I had my AirPods in and stuff. And then I could sort of like hear them like starting to make comments about me and sort of like trying to like tease me, but like going, can we make a comment about this dude? And then laugh about him and stuff. And it's like, fucking hell, it just reminds me of school again. And it's like, I just feel like all that energy is wasted on those people. Well, at least it's real to watch Wonder. Yeah, it is. It's 100% real. It's totally real. There's nothing made up. I don't know, maybe like masked a bit because I'm trying to present, but not. A few comments I've had about unmasking on videos and things, and it's like, oh, I don't know what you mean. Like you want to see, you want to see me like bouncing my leg, like as one of the socially accepted ones, or do you want to see me like flapping my hands, or sitting like with my arms bent over, like walking along like a penguin or something? Like, what is it you want to see exactly? Chloe Hayden did a video just showing a load of joy. And I'll tell you what, she was jumping around, flapping about, acting in a way commensurate with like the way a young girl would act. I have nieces, 3 girls, all under the age of 12. The way they would act is how Chloe acted. And it's like, so what? The only reason why this sort of like childish joy gets beaten out of us is because of bullying, basically. That is it, right? Like, it's just external pressure that makes you conform. Like I say, everyone masks. Autistic masking is different. Suppressing autistic behaviors in addition to masking. Please watch my other videos to see what I mean. In the first 6 or so, I covered this. And you think that people, I know I said I was ending this. Why does this always happen? Like people were bullying Chloe Hayden. She's a famous celebrity. She's got a book out. She's got, she's been in all kinds of like media, films, that sort of stuff. And she got bullied to the point where she's left social media, and a team are managing it now. She actually has a team, obviously, and they're managing all of that stuff, so she doesn't have to partake in it. She'll still make content because it's important, but she's not going to be there having the sort of interaction we're having now. That's not what Chloe's going to do because she's been bullied as an adult and as a child. And it's like, wow, that's shit. Oh, by the way, do you want to know why people were being mean about her? They were being mean about her because she saw a pod of whales, a pod of humpback whales. So I have a marine interest. I'm looking around my office now and I can see marine stuff. I'll show you some of the things up here. There's a few things. A megalodon tooth here. There, that's a megalodon tooth. And then we've got a diving helmet up there as well. And then for my birthday, someone made me a diver made out of like welded. That's behind me. I'll show you all this stuff. We'll do like a mic. I'll indulge myself and do like shit I want to do, that thing. And I'd be flapping and jumping about as well. And I get really happy if I see something cool. I saw long-tailed tits in the garden the other day. Not tits as in like breasts, but tits as in birds. Long-tailed tits. Never seen them before. And I'm like, really happy about it. Who gives a shit? Someone might take the piss out of me, or one of my male friends might take the piss out of me for it. But I can manage it. And online, though, you end up with this piling where people are taking the piss and making their own video versions of it. Anyway, I don't want to be negative on this channel. I don't want to be negative, but I want to dwell on it. But if I can push against that a little bit and go, so, I think it helps. Wonder, it doesn't, I like the videos aren't polished too much. Thanks, Jan. Okay, they really aren't. Only in terms of lighting. I think that's really important for my skin. like a separation of the background. It makes it a bit interesting, that sort of thing. Jan, okay, I actually really like to see you learning and experimenting. To be honest, I think I will disconnect when your channel grows big. Please don't. Well, please don't. You've been here since the beginning. You can't just fuck off when it... Oh, by the way, it's quite interesting when you say when your channel grows big, because there's actually no guarantee that it will. I'll give you some comfort here. The channel's flatlined in terms of growth. Like, it was really quick to 1,000 and it's just growing really slowly now. Some days it even goes backwards. Some days I lose more subs than I gain. So, like vanity, it's like, I'd love to be able to say, hey guys, I've got like 100,000 subs. Wow, look at me, aren't I cool? But I do feel like I'm past that a little bit, just in terms of like maturity, but I do sort of want the validation as well. I'll be honest. But it's not like, the more subs that were on the channel, the faster the channel grew. And I think it's because people don't want to sub to a channel that's got less than 100 subs. People don't want to see it. Like, maybe it is a social proof plays in there. So you need to see other people have subscribed. It kind of like goes, oh, this will not waste my time. But yeah, I have had like, so far, I think 100 people have unsubbed. But it's okay. It's cool. It's fine. It's like, use my content as a resource. Please. Wonder, it doesn't feel super scripted or rehearsed or acted. It is scripted insofar as when I'm interested in the topic, I do some research around it. And I've already done a lot of research. And because I store it all in a structured way in Notion, other products are available. Not sponsored, hashtag. Oh, I'm in the YouTube partner program now. But like, not for like AdSense, just like supers and chats and stuff. But it's like, why was I saying that? What was I about? Yeah, scripted. That's right. It's like there are scripted elements in terms of like I'm writing down what I want to talk about, because otherwise it will be like this live stream is 2 hours of ramble. That's not good use of people's time. I think sort of like so much the realness makes it relatable. Yannick, I like to see you learning. Oh, sorry, I've scrolled back, haven't I? Don't leave. Well, you leave if you want to, but I would be sad. Wonder, I flap my hands too, and I'm happy and excited about something. Nothing wrong with that. Why not? It's energy. It's energy. You need to get it out, or it has to go somewhere. It's really important. The fizzy Coke bottle is understood quite well amongst autistic children and parents of, and so on and so forth. They consider it, they call it like some Coke bottle syndrome or something. So it's like a little bit of energy throughout the day, like a little shaking. They get home and then they melt down. And it's just because all the gas has been released from the liquid form, you know. Yeah, get it out. Have a little wiggle. It's fine. Kamishi. I thought about that also. I mean, consider a kid's show where a character is happy and they sing dance, but that's not accepted when we grow older. Yeah, I completely agree. And not just kids shows. I mean, anything, any sort of content. And generally speaking, you're less likely to see adults like that. It got me thinking, if no other adults are like that, I like to have the interaction. So do I. I don't know if I've upset you by saying no Discord, but like there are other autistic YouTubers that have things like Discords, and there is another aspect as well, which is that I could do all the things. I've had people ask me for things like they do forums, do this, do that, you know, create websites, blah, blah, blah. And little phrase, 2 hands to do. I can only do so much. And I would much rather, at this point, create video content and get it out there for people to consume, use, critique, whatever. I'd much rather be doing that with my time at the moment. Megaland, I don't know who started the idea that adults should not look like they're having any fun, or that life isn't fun, or that they're having... It's a cool thing. It's basically... even like... This is kind of weird. There's boys, girls, whatever. But like girls would tease me as well in school. And it'd be like, you know, because you're just not acting cool, right? You have to be cool. Like, cool is the guy that walks away from an explosion behind them and doesn't look over their shoulder. I want to look at that shit. I want to look over my shoulder and see the boom. I want to see the fireball and all the stuff. I want to see it. Visual stim maybe, but like I want to see it. Anyways, cool would be, I'm so cool. Don't need to see that. And that became desirable. I've sort of become a desirable attribute as opposed to actually having fun. I mean, again, it's a cultural thing, and I'm speaking to the Western culture. I'm speaking English. That's what I know. But yeah, it's like, it's not cool. Holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Am I your first super chat? Holy shit. That is too kind. I don't want to accept it. I want to refund it. Yes, you're my first super chat. I wasn't hinting. I am not doing this commercially. Strong value of mine is that everything I do is entirely available free. We are dramatically underemployed segment. So please don't Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Yeah. I can't celebrate it. All I can do is put your user on timeout, report or remove, or go to channel. I can't celebrate the super chat, but yes, you're the first super chat. Did it arrive on screen? Oh, hang on. It did. Oh shit. Yeah, there is a chat. There's your super chat. That's you. I'll put you over here by the fireplace. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. You don't need to donate to get my attention. You have my email address as well. I might have to like make a folder for you so I don't miss your emails or whatever. You are very, 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 very welcome here. There's absolutely no need to do a super chat. I've actually never received a super chat, and I've never ever made one either. I don't even. No, that's super, super kind. There is no hint. I don't know what happened. Like, there was like animations and shit, but I don't know if I saw it on the stream. Ow! Don't bite me. Can you see that on the chat, guys? You're biting me. Yeah, that's really, really kind. Kamishi, if you want a cool autistic character, I can recommend the movie Willy's Wonderland. That was such a simple movie. Oh, I want to see the explosions as well. You went hinting, trying to show my support. Yeah, no, totally not. I'm really honoured. Thank you so much. That's crazy. Thank you thank you. I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I know you shouldn't say like crazy anymore because it upsets people. But like, I don't want to upset people. That's super, super kind. Yeah. I haven't considered things like premium content or whatnot, blah, blah, blah. I just want to get tons and tons of video out there. I want to I'm very focused, as you might have realized, on wanting to do stuff. And I had two minds about the whole book club thing as well. I thought maybe doing the book club, it's kind of like defocusing. It's not having the laser focus. But I don't think it is, because a bit like the gaming live stream that we've been doing, it provides kind of like a backdrop to have deeper conversations and interaction, like you said. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to like replay the stream to see what happened when that super chat came in, because I lost the. And yeah, I'm learning to, like you noted, like the stream setup and everything. I don't know how it works. It's all new to me, as you can possibly see. If I do. Oh, wait, we got a thing here. Oh, you actually made a message. I didn't even see it. Oh my God. I didn't even see the message. Oh, holy shit. Like to hear. Like, okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I am a software dev. I'm pretty technical, but I don't know how any of this stuff works. There we go. So what you've said is, I don't know who started the idea that I appreciate, by the way, what you're saying, and I appreciate your support of the channel. I really do. I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much. You've basically bought the next book. So thank you. I don't know who started the idea that adults should never look like they're having any fun. Life isn't fun, but they're a dirty liar, lol. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly right. By the way, can you see? You can't see it, can you? But she's crossed her legs. She does this. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why shouldn't they? And I think this is almost an aspect that plays against men. Autistic. Well, I die having fun. Damn straight. Absolutely. I'm with you there. 100%. Thank you for being here. This stream is chaos. Yeah. Did you expect anything else? Like, it's just, I kind of like, I'll tell you why I like live streams. Like the interaction is brilliant. Like if I go away and make a video, artistic, you might relate to this. You're basically like making something, and you don't know, you're going to show people with the intention that you're going to show people that expect to see something. So you go away, you do your art, you make your thing, spend loads of time on it, whatever. 6 hours, 7 hours is what I spend on a video normally. Then you make the thing and you publish it up. And you do that whole thing in secret. You do that whole thing in quiet, like on your own. And then all of a sudden, like people comment on it. This is kind of better because if I was artistic, I would be doing some artwork and talking at the same time. But I'm not, so I won't. In fact, my handwriting is very bad. Do you want to see my handwriting? This is like my best handwriting. What can I show you? I can show you this. That's YouTube. Can you see the YouTube thing? It's got the play button on it. Look, it's a play button made of ink. It's a play button made of ink. And then this is customer service. That's why I put stickers on it. This is, it's not sponsored again as well, but this is how, so I have difficulty managing my time. So I use the cube and I put down how much time I should be spending on things. And then I turn the cube to the side for the thing that I'm doing, and it's Bluetooth and it tracks my time. I can do a review on it at some point, but it's not like, there's no sponsorships here. It's just, I'm just telling you what I'm using. There's no intention. I can read it. It's good enough. That is my requirement. Can I read it? The problem I've got is I can't read my handwriting when I take notes. Here you go. I'll show you some fun ones. There you go. This is a fun one. So yeah, I use iPad a lot. It's not a new iPad. It's not an iPad. But I love my iPad. It's great. So I'll show. Artistic. Wait. Don't go. Stay on the stream. Stay on the stream. Artistic. Stay on the stream. I'm going to show you something. Some of my art. Okay. So I do a lot of marine science. It's all voluntary. Trained to do like observations and things. And you might be interested to know that marine science observations are all done with drawings. Here's one of my first. I'll show you a better one. Okay, those things look like acorns over there. They're sea urchins, and it was a training one. I'll find you a good one. Hang on, I'll find you a good one. Here's a good one. Let me move the microphone. I'm going to have to shout a bit, okay? Right, so here. What do you think of this? That's a pollock. That's a pollock. That's a cuckoo wrasse. I'll have to show you what they actually look like. So that you can... That's a jellyfish. There's a jellyfish. There it is. Can you see the jellyfish? That's these go on to observation forms. Obviously you fill in other detail as well, but like the depth of the survey, and sorry, we're getting into like my special interests now. And the cool thing about this is it's a bit like Harry Potter, you know. It's like spells. So anyway, these observations go into marine databases, and it's how we track things like climate change and things. It's very, very interesting. I can monologue about it. But I wanted to show you some of my art. I understand why the background is blue, but it hurts my eyes. Exactly. Maybe it's the hormone. I think it's cool AF. Thank you so much. I can't even find sometimes, which is funny because I used to have good handwriting as a child, but something happened after I transitioned from female to male. Oh, that's the hormones thing. Okay, I did understand. Yeah, maybe. Could it be something else as well? Does anything change with like your musculature and things? Can we create charts and table charts? Yeah, I can do diagrams and I can pick colours, and my sense of colour is really bad, but that's not to do with autism, I don't think. I think it's just my sense of colour. You know, when you're like using like electronic mediums, you can have any colour. But I'll stick to the same like primary colours. So there you go. By the way, the stream was supposed to have ended ages ago. In fact, the book review did. The book review was very quick. Mostly because none of you had read the damn thing. I think the problem was that everyone's waiting to win it. So yeah, that will go out to Mia. I don't think she's on the stream, or he's on the stream, or they are on the stream. I think Mia is on the stream. But that's okay. There's more chances, more books. The next one is Unmasking Autism by Dr. Devon Price. This is actually one I kind of wanted to do, right? This is a really good one, really important. It's a fantastic book, and I think it's important to read the biographies and things. So if you are female and over, let's say 30, this is the one you want to read. Like, you really do. Especially if you understand British culture at all. This absolutely. There'll be a lot of relatable stuff in there. Content warning, trauma, sexual abuse, sex work, etc. But very good. Very, very good. This one is obviously about the topic, as opposed to about like one person's experience, one person's story through even diagnosis, misdiagnosis, everything. This book, I guarantee, is about you. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Devon Price. Also, there's a lot of stuff in here about Devon's experiences as well. But yeah, we will get to this. I will do a review soon. All kinds of stuff, reflecting on the need to mask, blah, blah, blah. I'll do a book review. I don't think I'll do a book review on Sunday. Let me know, chat. Is there a danger that people will think that the channel is like a book club, the whole channel? If I do it on like a Sunday, like I think what I need to do is like bung out the book review like on a Tuesday morning or something. When hardly anyone like really reads it, unless you're like, you have to be like interested, like driven to either read the book or talk about it because you've read it before. A lot of people have read that one. It's like a autistic's New Testament, if you will. You can't let just become thicker and longer when you have T as your primary hormone. What is T? Which T cells? What's T? Can you? Sorry, if you're not comfortable saying, it's also okay. Just interested. My exposure, I kind of want to. It'd be interesting talking about transitions from the outside, because my exposure to trans people has been testosterone, of course. Yes, of course. Primary sex hormone. Sorry, it's been a while. As in, not it's been a while. I'm not talking about puberty. I was saying like it's been a while because like I've been talking for a while. My brain is fried. Awesome, look for that book. Yeah, of course. I will do a review. And it won't be a proper review. It'll just be like, hey, we're going to do this video in a book club, whatever. And then yeah, we'll talk about it. But there's more meat in it, if that makes sense. There's more like stuff to talk about it. People won't think it's a book club channel. Why not, Janica? I was a bit concerned. Like, I post the book stuff and people unsub, and I'm not like, oh, I need people to sub. I'm not. I sort of like I'd be lying if I said I didn't care. But it is just like a vanity metric. It actually doesn't matter. There are videos and YouTubers that I've been following for months. I've actually never clicked sub on. Don't know why, but I just haven't. But I see their content multiple times a day and I enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Subbing is almost irrelevant. But But I'm kind of concerned about, Kamishi, if you were asking about it, YouTube has become, it's almost completely curated now. So actually you don't actually need to sub. If you watch, if you send whatever signals to YouTube, I don't know if like helps, but commenting or just watching watching the content, no, you don't even need to comment actually. Just watching the content, YouTube will show you more of it. Sometimes only want short and easy content apparently. Yeah, I think so. I think some people want a mix. Some people just want the short, simple stuff. The problem I've got is that it's hard to digest big topics into small little videos. If I were, for example, the big video is my autistic burnout story for me, and that's a big video because it's not and then I can't turn it into ABC, unfortunately. And then, of course, if I do that and people don't want to watch it, then YouTube think no one's interested, and then it's kind of like I've wasted my work. So it's kind of like, a bit of that. I enjoy live shows on YouTube for sure. Hey, artist, yeah, me too. I never thought I did, but I've been enjoying it. By the way, we'll be taking the show on the road. I appreciate that we've been sort of. Yannicke can vouch for me on this one because she's been here since the beginning. But it's kind of like been developing. So we've got like multicam, look. That's new. So like I'm kind of getting used to the streaming software, how I can use it, getting more comfortable on camera as well, I think. It's also quite important. And then I'll show you like other bits of the house or whatever, maybe go on a walk. I'm terrible at subbing to content creators, me too. Don't try to cater to those, in my opinion. Yeah, damn them. Damn the ones who want easy stuff. Send them to TikTok. Send them all to TikTok. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys are interested. I don't know how much I could tolerate, but I kind of want to do a live stream where we could just browse TikTok together because it is, holy shit, it's terrible. Have you seen it? I literally looked for the first time in anger a week ago. I was when I say in anger, I mean like myself for the first time. It's a software engineering term. And it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And it's tempting to say the Gen Z thing, but it's like 10 seconds of, do you walk on two legs? Then you could possibly be autistic. And it's like, I am not doubting people's diagnoses. I am not going to invalidate people's experiences, but I can damn well tell you that TikTok is full of bullshit. And you probably, like, if you spend a lot of time, if you are on TikTok, get onto Purple Ella, and there's a young Canadian girl as well who puts out amazing content as well. Like she's big on TikTok. She's on YouTube as well. I've forgotten her name, but she's on TikTok. Probably the biggest autistic content creator on TikTok. And I created a TikTok account, but I've got no intention of posting stuff on TikTok. It's the wrong audience. I need people that can concentrate for more than 5 seconds. I'm sorry. And yes, audio HD is fine. TikTok reaction content. Yeah, I mean, we could just do it together. Like we could just live react to TikToks. Paige Leal, Wanderer. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, she's got some great stuff. I've browsed a bit of her TikTok content because I subbed to her on YouTube. Really good. Different to me, of course. That could be different things, different horses for courses. But like I'm trying to do something that is well evidenced, well argued, and I kind of also want to do stuff that's kind of like, hey, this is what I think about certain things, but I don't know that people would want to listen to a 42-year-old dude who's just talking shit about something. There's enough of that on the internet. A TikTok burn, yeah. I've watched stuff on YouTube already, basically the beginning. It started off as a way for the little guys out there to broadcast niche things. Somehow it became geared towards the huge channels. Yeah, it's true that if your goal is to grow a YouTube channel and grow it with intent, then the chances are very, very slim. This is also true for setting up any small business, incidentally, by the way. Chance of being around in 3 years is the metric, and the answer is somewhere between 10 and 30%, depending on where you are in the world, but generally speaking, Western cultures, going off bank stats. So, you know, the odds are sort of like stacked against you. But it's sort of like it sort of is my goal a bit, but also sort of isn't. And that's not a get out. I've promised myself that I'm going to commit to the channel. So yeah, do sub, by the way. If you're not subbed, like stick around. There's tons more good stuff coming. But yeah, I mean, you know, the subs, I guess, is where I was saying is not everything. And the reason I was talking about subs is that people leave when I talk about books. So it's like, okay, cool. See ya. But like, I didn't want, you know, to think, okay, this is going to be a book channel. Booktubing is definitely a big thing as well, but I'm not booktubing. I'm talking about autism and autistic content, neurodiverse content. I don't TikTok, but follow her here. Yeah, I don't sub to her on TikTok either, but I did have a look at some of her content after subbing to her on YouTube, watching for many months on YouTube and thinking, yeah, because she mentions TikTok quite a bit. I thought, yeah, it's great. I think what I would like to see, like wave my magic wand, change the configuration of humanity a bit. No, would just simply be to see more. When I say autistic creators, they don't even have to be like autistic first. They can just be making stuff as an out autistic person. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine this. Imagine like 30 years ago when you've got people out in a certain field, you know, with predominantly media, but think of other things too, but like film actors and so on. And they're out as gay. Them being gay, their sexuality is not the important thing here. But the diversity of thought, the diversity of sexuality, diversity of opinion is important to see. I was really disgusted by some of the Chloe Hayden stuff. I have had a look online. Don't do it. Not Chloe Hayden, she's great. But the fact that she's no longer engaging with people on social media, that kind of sucks. I mean, social media is an awful place, really, but it kind of sucks because you guys are great. We've been chatting for hours, like over multiple live streams. I think you guys are fine, but there's a lot of really weird people out there. And it can be a problem, as it has for Chloe. Lots of people making videos, taking the piss out of her autisticness. That's not cool. Me too, Yannick. I will be switching off the stream in the next few minutes. Wanderer, not a lot of people read books anymore. The trash take itself out. Demonstrate Wanderer. That's just like the thing with books. And speaking of which, by the way, I am electronic. So I use my Kindle for books. The reason I have physical books because where there aren't electronic copies, or where somebody gives me a copy of a book, like they're in it or something, or like this, I've got the books to give away. So I bought the books purely to give away. I read the books before I even bought the books. The purpose of buying the book was to give it away to someone and just have some fun. So like, you know, it's a real thing. You have to have pretty thick skin if you want to be popular on social media. Yeah. I don't even think it's like if you want to be popular. I think that sometimes people make stuff, it gets out, it gets away from them. It grows, like it goes viral, and then, you know, this is true. So I'm going to go and get myself something to eat. Speaking of which, if you're interested, we could do like a cooking channel if you want. It's like I can keep the live stream going while I make my food. And like, not now, but like another time, the thing about like taking it on the road is basically we can go live anywhere. And I'm happy to hang out. I love it. And it's great to, you know, talk autistic content as well. If it can provide sort of autistic, you know, commentary while I'm making my fried rice, which is what I'm going to go and do. All so much the better. I love cooking, yes. Exactly. You can't judge though, but I mean, yeah, it's true. You do have to have a thick skin. And you have to understand that people comment where they're from as well. Like as in, like negativity is a representation of that person rather than anything else. And I'm happy for criticism, by the way. I'm not like, hey, let's make a cult. The autistic Jesus thing, by the way, that came because I've been making content, publishing it at the exact moment someone's needed it. And they've been like, oh, you're the autistic Jesus. That's where that came from. But I'm not doing the cult thing. Yeah. What I'm making, I'm gonna make just some. I'm just gonna fry some rice. I basically boiled some rice I bought it yesterday and then I forgot about it. Here's some executive dysfunction for you. I made a shit ton of rice in a rice cooker and I just left it there. So obviously it's not safe. So I threw it out for the chickens and the chickens loved it. Well, actually, I didn't chuck it out for the chickens. Nina chucked it out for the chickens. But it's irrespective who chucked it out for the chickens. It got to the chickens enjoyed it. So I boiled some fresh rice and I'm going to go and make something with it. I'm just going to just fry it. Basically garlic, ginger, a bit of chilies as well. And then I'm going to fry it in some coconut oil. If I don't have coconut oil, I'll have to use some olive oil. And then I'll just add stuff to it. I've got some vegan chorizo, but you can put all kinds of stuff there. I love your set there. I'm so glad it's not white though. What do you mean white? Set. Oh, do you mean the background, the room? It's real. The wall, yeah, cool. It was white actually. And then it got painted dark green because it looks nicer on YouTube. So for this channel, yeah, it's just, yeah, thank you so much. B&Q paint, I don't know whereabouts you are in the world, but B&Q, it's like Target or something. Anyway, we have to go. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's like, and then this color, the red color was actually like bright pink when it went on, and then it dried like a nice dark color, and then lights bounce off it nicely, and it sort of diffuses the walls are kind of uneven as well, the plastering, but it sort of diffuses the light nicely. So it looks good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. It's really good to see like the same names again and some new ones too. Keep spreading the word. Oh, video tomorrow, Sunday. I'm going to make a video. I'm not sure what it's going to be. There's going to be a video. I'll make it tomorrow and publish it. And I might do like a premiere thing, but I don't know when it's going to be. I'm sorry. It could be in the afternoon. It could be in the evening. There'll be a video tomorrow. And there'll be more videos next week because I'm off. So we'll make autistic content together. How about that? Bye. 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 I'm going to click stop.